Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, My Life's Toil. Day 5 of my journey back to health, aka my use of weight loss injections, and I am using the quick pen Mounjaro Turzepitide. It started really well. I started on Wednesday. That was my day 1 of last week. And this is now Sunday. I didn't update yesterday because I don't want to update you too often. Don't want you to get too bored. You might be bored already, but if this helps you, brilliant. That's what it's about. Wanted to talk a little bit today about why I am doing this journey. I've struggled with my weight pretty much all my adult life. I've always been quite active. And I've always been a little overweight, but still active. My background is I was initially I was a tradesman from school. I was a carpenter. Then I moved into the police service where I did a number of years there, and eventually found my way into the ambulance service. Ultimately, as a paramedic, which is what I do now, which you might have seen a little bit about on the episodes I've done before. But in the last few years, I've literally been quite static. I'm not up and about as I normally have been. And last year, I started realising through my own GP that I was quite hypertensive. By that I mean high blood pressure. And they wanted me to start on Ramipril, which I did do at the start. But I just felt it didn't agree with me. You can get some symptoms with Ramipril, like a dry cough, which I felt I had at the time, and I just didn't feel right on them. So I lost a little bit of weight, and my blood pressure was well maintained with losing that weight last year, doing it just by exercise. Also, at the same time, which often comes around this age, early 50s, I was found to be that with high cholesterol, so they started me on a statin. Now, there are some side effects around statins that you can read about, and one of them is like muscle problems and things like that. And it was quite unusual because I started getting the aches as well. And I'm not one of these that thinks, like I'm allergic to everything, because I'll take something if I need to. But a little while after starting it, I was quite sort of achy and it wasn't going away. And I ended up having a serious knee injury where my patella tendon just severed whilst I was running playing football, which was very unusual. So I stopped them. And I haven't been on Ramipril. I haven't tried anything else for blood pressure, and I haven't been on the statins since, with the intention of, and a lot of people might hear me when I say this, oh yeah, I'm going to start dieting, I'm going to just like eat healthier. And it's taken me a year to actually do it again. It's one of those things that we always put off. But I tell you what, guys, these things creep up on us. And I've been out to enough guys that people, men, women, having MIs. I've seen them on the ambulances. And, when you actually speak to them, it is something, oh, yeah, I'll have to get round to it. But listen, it's the time to do it now. Get out there doing something. And that's why I've ended up doing the Mounjaro. I have done a lot of research for me into it. Speak to your GP if you feel that you need to do this. If you have tried other avenues, if you can't go out and do the physical side of it, then this may be a way for you. There are other weight loss injections that might suit you better. This is the one I feel for me. We're all grown-ups. We all know what we want to do. Take the advice, use it for yourself, and you decide on what you want to do. My plan is to drop enough weight so I can get back to doing some sort of physical exercise again. I do struggle at the moment with my knee. I do have a bit of arthritis in my knees anyway, but that hasn't stopped me. That's just from wear and tear over the years. So I would like to get back to maybe some gentle football, some gentle running, maybe jogging, maybe not even that fast walking. But also today I wanted to just update you on how the last few days have been. Now, initially I mentioned that there was just an hour of feeling strange when I took the injection. I don't know if that was just psychological or whether that was just the the feel of the drug going into me. But then this, you know what they call, you may have read this, you may have heard this, what they call food noise, and that switches off in your head. So I had no will to eat, to snack, to even have my lunch, dinner, breakfast. You literally have to not force yourself, but just remember to have something. And I think over the last few days, I've probably taken that a little bit too far. Um, it's just about being sensible and knowing what you're taking into your body. You can calorie count if you want to, but it's just about a good balanced diet. Cut down on the snacking, but still make sure that you take enough in. I don't think I have over the last few days. Yesterday, which was Saturday, which was day 4, I did feel that it was wearing off, and I was a bit concerned. I was out for the day. Me and my son, we follow football. So we was down there yesterday, still trying to eat healthy. I think I had some chicken in a pita wrap thing with some salad, and I couldn't eat it all, to be fair, but I felt hungry, especially when I got home last night. And my wife, she ordered a Chinese, but you can still have some healthy stuff on a Chinese. But you know what? I ate the lot last night, so that was unusual. Today, I feel like I've got a really, really heavy cold coming on. I might sound a bit nasally, but I think it's just a cold. I don't think it's anything to do with the jab. There are side effects that I've mentioned before: tummy problems, nausea, even vomiting, and then there are the serious side effects, which I'll put a little box up here for you to have a little look at that. But if you do start this, always read the labels, know what you're going into first. This is expensive if you're doing it yourself. If you're doing it through your GP, great, you've got the advice there already. But if you're doing it yourself and you're paying for it, just do your research, because it's vitally important. I've had a bit of feedback already from people that are starting as well, which is nice. So good luck to those people on their journeys. I had a message from someone yesterday. They were doing some comparisons as well, and I had put my weight and things on before, and I'm going to put my measurements on, because that's something that the app that I'm going through wants me to do. So I'll put some measurements on, and that's something else that you can follow with me if you want to. But I didn't mention my height. My height is 6'4", which is 193 centimeters. And this morning, another pound off. So that's £0.5 yesterday, £0.5 today. I didn't weigh myself yesterday. I literally had a day off the Saturday. And like I say, some people and some experts say it's not a good idea to weigh all the time. Whereas the program I'm doing it with suggests that you do, so you can plot every day, and it keeps your stamina up, I guess. But what happens if you're not losing the weight? I guess they're quite convinced that you will be losing the weight. And even though, like, it wasn't the greatest day yesterday on the diet, I've still dropped weight. My next one, I'm sort of well over halfway through the week now, so my next injection will be Wednesday. Probably catch up with you then with a little update. But please, like I say, any questions or tips, I'm open to all sorts, and if I can share them with anyone else that chooses to look at these videos at some point, brilliant. That's what this is about at the end of the day. So yeah, like and subscribe if you want to follow along. I'll put some facts up. They've probably been up while I've been talking when I do the editing, and just keep on in there, people. Even if you're not following the Mounjaro and you're just looking for advice on weight, or just for some support, just think of your health, and now's the time. Not tomorrow, not next week, not I'll think about it, because that's where I've been. Do it now, because I tell you what, this health stuff creeps up on you. Take it from me. So speak to you soon. I'll give you an update when I can. Take care. Have a good week.